Okay, Chris, you're going to review Kubo and the Two Strings,
Yeah.
which someone told me is the closest we'll ever get to a Legend of Zelda movie.
That is really, really accurate. Holy
Explain
shit,
that to me.
that is really accurate.
Explain that to me.
Like,
How does
I
that
hadn't
work?
even thought about that until you said that, and then I thought about it for a second. Oh my god, that's so true.
So tell me about it.
All right, so it's stop motion animation. It's huge in scale. I have seen at the very end of the movie when the credits are rolling, they show you how they create this one scene where there's a massive, skeleton zombie creature with like flaming red eyes and shit that's like got a bunch of swords stuck in its head.
Nice.
And they show you how they created that thing, and it's huge. It's probably a solid 10 feet tall, and it's this huge moving metallic contraption that's powering it, and like obviously that's all covered in like green stuff behind it, but that's controlling this actively moving animatronic zombified skeleton.
Wow.
And it just looks so cool when you see it in action at the end, but you watch them build it in this scene at the very end of the credits of the movie. And that, since then, like I saw again something today that was, there's this scene where they're on a boat out in the middle of the ocean, and I watched them construct that boat. And again, it's huge. It's 15, 20 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
And, it's just kind of an amazing scale.
Right.
Because
for
they
stop
show
motion.
For a stop motion movie, yes, absolutely. And they show you how they build this little town that Kubo like visits every day and tells his story.
So give me a synopsis of
right.
Because I don't really know. I saw the trailers. I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what the movie is about based on the trailers. But at the very beginning of the movie, you see Kubo's mother in the middle of this ocean, and there's giant waves, and this, like, that was even in the trailer, like, she plays a note on this little guitar and splits this massive wave just right down the middle and clears the path for her. Another wave fucking comes up and just crashes right down on her. She smacks her head and wakes up on the shore, and Kubo is there, as a baby.
Okay.
And then cut to like 7 years later, Kubo is taking care of his mother, who still has this head injury, and she's basically comatose during the day. But then the sun comes up, he goes into town, he does this magic stuff, like he plays music on this guitar, and paper folds itself into these little origami characters, and he tells this epic story of who we later learn his father finding these 3 magical items: a sword, a breastplate, and a helmet. He tells the story of the Moon King, who has just tried to kill Hanzo, who's the samurai character, like over and over again, and he never gets to finish the story because the bell rings when the sun starts to go down, and he has to run back to the cave that he lives with his mother in. And then, for some reason...
So is this movie like a series of like vignettes framed around him playing this guitar, or what?
No. Like that one time that he tells this story to the village, that's the only time he tells that story, because some stuff happens and leads to him leaving the village and going out on his own adventure to find those 3 magical items because they belong to his father.
Okay.
And he's got to face the Moon King. And
so where would the comparisons to Legend of Zelda, where would you make those comparisons?
The fact that it is a
young boy on an adventure.
Boy who goes out on an adventure. He's got to find this magic sword. He's got to find this magical armor,
items,
and he's got to face the the ultimate villain, the evil emperor that has been lording over him his entire life.
Okay.
It's a very empty world. I mean, there's not a lot of people populating this world. Once he leaves that little village, I think we meet 2 people in the entire rest of the... Once the village is in the rearview mirror, we only meet 2 other people other than the villains.
Okay.
And then everybody comes back in the end. It's just a really good, heartwarming movie. Like, I loved it.
And so you would definitely recommend it then?
Very, very much so,
okay.
Yeah.
Like we've said before, you can't go wrong with those kids' movies sometimes.
Exactly, yeah.
Which did you like better? Sausage Party or Kubo and the 2 Strings? Okay,
yeah.
Hey, you didn't even hesitate.
Not even a little bit.
All right. Okay, well, moving on.